Yeah. Okay, so the thing that we are going to talk about is, let's say if you have four lines of input and each input is a string. Let's say this is first line, and then I say this is second line, this is third line, this is fourth line, that's it. Okay, so when we are reading this kind of input where first line is a number and rest of the lines are strings, the issue we face is typically what is our habit? We will go with scanner. And essentially, what did you do to read this input?
sc.nextInt.
Yeah, so you took t is equal to sc.nextInt. And then to read all the lines, what did you do?
sc.nextLine and then sc.next.
Okay, but right now let's go with, like, you read the first line, which is 4, and now you need a loop which runs 4 times, and every time you're reading a string, right?
Correct.
So I can run a loop, I is equal to 0, I less than t, I plus plus, and then we are saying string s or string line is equal to sc.nextLine. Okay. Now what I will do is I'll print this because this code is not going to work. And our goal basically is to discuss why this code doesn't work.
Okay.
Okay. So ultimately we are saying if you would have read T and in loop, you should have read every line. If you print line by line, what is our expectation? What is expected output?
The one which is printed in the input itself.
Input has 4 also.
Yeah.
Are we expecting 4 to be printed?
No, not here.
Yeah. So we are expecting line colon. This is first line. Then we are expecting line colon. This is second line, line colon, third line, line colon, fourth line. That is the expected output, right?
Yes.
But to our surprise, that is not going to be the case. If we run this, yeah, so when we are running this code, you will see the output will be different than our expectation. You see what is the output?
Okay. A line and then it take the next line.
So first line is an empty string, right?
Yes.
Now comes the point, like, hey, why it is so and how do I handle this case? Okay. So first of all, why it is so is when you do sc.nextInt, what this does, this reads integer and assigns to t. Okay. It leaves new line behind. So if you really see in input, when I typed this input, I wrote 4 and I pressed then enter. That means after 4, there is a new line.
Yes.
Okay. NextInt is smart. It does not read that new line, but it leaves that on the input stream. That means after 4 is read, the input is actually a new line. This is first line, this is second line, this is third line, this is fourth line. That is the behavior of nextInt.
Okay, sir, but when you are saying leaves slash and behind when reading integer, what does it mean exactly?
Okay, so all that input you give here, this is an input stream to program. Entire this thing is fed as an input stream.
Yeah.
Okay, that means you can say like it is input stream is just a bunch of characters that are fed it to the program, and program reads that character by character to say like we are reading the input. Okay, and it keeps removing that from the stream. You can treat it more like it's a pipe. In pipe there are some characters, and you are, if you are reading from the pipe, you are reading, like for example, when you say read nextInt, you'll continue to read unless you hit a space or a new line. If you hit a space or new line, you stop. You say, hey, I don't want to pick that character from my stream. This makes sense?
Yes, correct.
That means it read only 4, and after 4 it realized, hey, there is a slash n. I don't want slash n. Let it be there in that pipe. Somebody else who calls next line that calls basically next call that happens sc.nextLine will read that character. Okay, so nextInt does not remove slash n from the stream. Leaves behind is, you can say, it does not read slash n from stream. That means stream will still have that character in it.
Okay, so we have to explicitly give the next line.
Yes.
After
yes. It removes integer from the stream, but
Integer.
not /n.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now, when this next line comes, how this behaves, its purpose is keep reading unless you get /n or end of file. End of file is there is no input. Done, and it will just come out.
Hmm.
Now, what happens is when sc.nextInt read 4 and it left /n. Now, when sc.nextLen happens, it reads that /n. That means it is getting the first empty string.
Okay.
Okay, that causes the entire confusion and problem.
Okay. Okay. So I will just repeat my understanding. So sc.nextInt, it will prompt me to give any integer value. If I will give 4, and then it will explicitly appending the /n along with it every time. So if I'm giving 5, it will be 4 5 /n, 4 5 6 /n. So when next time I will do the next line, so it will again give me that /n value, which will be
No,
an empty string.
okay, /n is not what scanner put. /n is what we gave here. If you run this program, how will you give the input? You will put 4 and you will press enter, right?
Yes.
So enter you are pressing.
Okay.
Okay, scanner reads 4 and the moment it recognizes that you have pressed enter, scanner says I'm done. I don't want to read anything. Even /n I want to read.
Got it. Got it. So line number 14 will read our entered value when we have pressed enter.
Yes, it reads that hidden enter that is here after 4.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it.
Okay, so this is the explanation of why you are hitting this issue. Now, how to fix it is, see, next line we understood. Next line is really good. It is decent. It goes and reads entire line including /n, right? So my suggestion is don't use mix of nextInt and next line. Do one thing. Always go with next line. So you can say sc.nextLine. So what will it do? Here, it will read 4 as well as /n, right?
Yes.
And it will assign back 4 to it, not /n. So next line assigns whatever it reads. For example, here also it is reading, this is first line, /n it is reading, but it is not assigning to the string.
But sir, in that case, we have to parse it int and long.
Yes, that is one additional step.
Okay. So it won't create any kind of computation cost or something.
No, that is fine. It is negligible cost. That's okay.
Okay. Okay.
If next line is very, very costly, we are already doing that in a loop.
Yeah.
Right. So that is more costly doing it inside the loop rather than doing it one time before the loop.
Okay.
Okay. So as a best practice, what you can do is you can say, hey, whenever there is input like this, I'll never use nextInt because that causes confusion. I'll always stick to doing next line. Be it, even if I'm reading one integer, I'll read it with next line and then I'll do parse.
Got it.
Okay. Yeah. Now let's run this code. So now if we run the code, you will see that 4 is read in entirety because this time it reads new line also. Then it runs the loop 4 times. See, there is no issue now.
Correct.
Okay.
Got it.
Second thing, many people don't do this way. Like if you also say, I want to avoid this parsing, what they do, they say, hey, let's do one thing. Let's read 4 here. Now we know after 4, there is a new line, correct? That is what we want to get rid of. So they add one additional. This is to ignore /n after t. That's it.
So, sir, this only happens with the numbers.
Yes.
Okay.
This only happens with numbers. Yes.
Okay. So after the string, if you are doing the next line, it will not take that /n thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. So that is the explanation to this. Now, same thing that you saw in Java. If you see, like after adding this also, if we run the code, this is second fix. You read it with nextInt, but make sure that you remove that /n by using next line. This is a redundant line. But if many people make a mistake, they copy this new line, next line, and they keep putting after every line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even after string as well.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So if you see, both of these fixes are working. So what is your takeaway from this?
Yeah. So yeah, I would prefer this one wherever second approach.
Yeah. Oh, this approach.
Yeah, this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. And if you see in C++ also, people who code in C++, they do something similar. Same behavior repeats in C++.
Okay.
iOS. So bits std C++.h. Yeah, in C++ also there are two ways to read input. Like this is reading t. This is more like next int.
Hmm.
Okay, we declared int t, we are reading t. So 4 will be read.
Okay.
Now what this cin does, it reads int and leaves /n on input string.
Okay. Same as in Java.
Same as in Java, yeah. Now we run a loop for I0, I less than and I plus plus. Now, because this string has spaces, in C++ we have to do a getLine function. GetLine reads like Java has next line, C in S. Okay, so this is more like next line. Okay. Now this will get confused again because getLine reads up to /n. So after 4 there was a /n, it will get the empty string now. Okay, so same behavior replicates. If I say line is S and /n. Now let's see, this is same replica of Java code. This reads including /n or EOF. Okay, so let's run this code. Okay, I think I made a mistake. In place of T, in place of N, I should use T. Okay, so let's run the code, and again you will find the first line will be read as empty line.
Yeah, correct.
So here also I'll use the same analogy that if you are using getLine, always stick to using getLine. Okay, so that means T also I'll read like getLine. Now, is this getLine read integer? So I'll convert it to string to int of S. So now if you see T, first I'm reading as a string. So I resorted to using only full line.
Correct.
So I'll not hit that issue here.
Yeah, correct.
Or second option would have been read with cin and put a getLine to remove that extra /n.
Correct. So it goes with int, long, double, float, every number.
Everything.
Except string, it goes with everything.
That is right.
And even with big integer as well.
It should. Yeah, it should be with that also. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So be more aware of this, that if you hit this kind of issue, so if you are dealing with test cases and strings, the simplest thing to do is if you just print the string after reading it, you'll understand whether you are encountering this issue or not.
Correct. Got it.
Yeah. So that is what this concept was.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hope this helps.
Yeah, definitely clear all the misunderstandings.
Yeah.